But yeah, that's it. This is just a simple, healthy keto meal. And don't be scared to do the squash and zucchini for noodles, to substitute, for the noodles. My husband actually loves the squash and zucchini a lot better. Hey guys, I'm making a smoked sausage. It's just regular beef sausage, Cajun pasta. So I'm going to make my own Alfredo sauce, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And then in my oven over here, my little mini oven, I got some squash and zucchini, and I mixed in some coconut oil and Himalayan pink salt. So I just took this out and I drained it a little bit because it's just too greasy for me. You don't have to drain it, but I do I strain it, and then I put it back in here to finish. But you don't have to do that. Okay, so these are done. All I'm waiting on is my squash and zucchini. Okay, I just took these out and I put them just like in a little bowl. You're going to set these aside. So we have our smoked sausage set aside. And now we're going to put in our heavy whipping cream. So this is hot still. So I'm going to add in enough to make some Alfredo sauce. So I don't know how much this is, but we're gonna eat. Probably have these for leftovers also. So I'm just gonna use the rest of it. And that was probably like maybe a cup or probably a cup and a half. I don't know, I'm not good with measuring. So, probably like a cup and a half. I don't know, it just depends on your family, how much you're cooking for, whatever. Me, I'm only cooking for basically me and my husband, because my son, he doesn't really like this dish. So, basically just cooking it for me and my husband, and then we'll eat on it for tomorrow or whatever. After you add in the heavy whipping cream, I'm going to put in some little bit of cayenne pepper. Don't want to overdo it. And then you're going to put in some Cajun seasoning. Or, you really don't have to put in Cajun seasoning. You don't have to put anything in it. If you don't like spices and it's too hot for you, my husband likes it really spicy. But, I mean, if you don't want to put any spices in it, you don't have to. We're going to put some Parmesan cheese in there. So, if you just want to do the heavy whipping cream with Himalayan salt and some Parmesan cheese, you can do that too if you have like a sensitive stomach. You could just keep it real simple. You can really add whatever ingredients you want to your sauce. You can make it whatever sauce that you want to make it. I just do the Cajun sauce. I used to make pasta, noodles, but obviously doing keto, I'm doing squash and zucchini as a sub for my noodles. So the Cajun pasta is really, or not Cajun pasta, this Cajun sauce is really good with the zucchini and the squash. So we're just going to let this simmer, I don't know, probably 8 minutes or so. Just whenever it starts to thicken is whenever you want to turn the burner off. And then when you start to see it thicken up a little bit, not totally, but when you start to see it thicken, you can add some Parmesan cheese in it, and that'll help thicken it also. By the way, I just added in some pink Himalayan salt. You want to add it in a little bit at a time because you don't want to over salt your sauce. So make sure you're tasting it as you cook. I just want to take a moment. These look so delicious. You just want to brown them to this, kind of like this. but you can keep them in there for as long as you want. I like mine kind of crispy around the edges, so I cooked mine for about probably 5 to 6 minutes. Okay guys, so this is starting to thicken up. I'm going to put in my Parmesan cheese. And to be honest with you, I don't really measure. I just put it in there. So I'm going to say probably a half a cup is what I do. So after your cheese, you'll really start to see your sauce thickening up. The first time I ever cooked this sauce, like, I had to keep putting it back on the stove. Like, I would take it off because I didn't want it to be too thick. And then when I would take it off and kind of let it sit for a minute, then I'd put it back on because it was too runny. So if it's your first time, no worries. Just if it's too runny, then you can always put it back over some heat and boil it more. Now I can tell whenever it is good. So here in a minute, I'm going to set it to the side because as it cools, it will thicken. And obviously, you don't want it to be too thick. So if it is too thick, if you accidentally get it too thick, you can always add in some more heavy whipping cream and just stir it in. And then that should help to not make it so thick. Seriously, I could eat this every single day. This is so good. You can see it's like thickened now as it's been sitting. You can see the sauce is pretty thick. Like Alfredo sauce. You want it to be like, you know, restaurant Alfredo sauce. The thing that takes the longest is the squash and the zucchini because the veggies have to cook through. So this takes about, I would say, 25 minutes. So make sure you get your veggies in first before you do anything else. Oh, and you want to preheat your oven to about, I'd say, 400. I'm glad I added in, it wasn't a full quart, but it was, you know, probably up to right here. Because I used some this morning for, if you saw my video about the keto gravy that I made this morning. I used some of this, so I'm glad I used the rest of it because this stuff definitely cooks down. But if you're cooking for like a family of 4, I would say you probably want to use a whole quart, maybe even a quart and a half. Almost done. So I took this out to show you. You want your squash to be like this, you know, pretty squishy. And then like this, you can tell is not completely done, you know, around the edges right here. But you want it to look like this, your squash and zucchini, to kind of, you know, be cooked down like this. Or if you like them a little bit more firm and crunchy, then you could also do that too. But we like ours pretty soft. Seriously, y'all, my squash and zucchini is still not done. OMG. That's why I totally say, like, you gotta put it in. Probably, I would say you have to put this in for about 25, probably 30 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes. Just depends on how much you're cooking. I did I did 2 squash and 2 zucchini. So prep and cook your squash and zucchini ahead of time because your sauce and the smoked sausage doesn't take any time at all. So I went ahead and took this out because I'm tired of waiting. I want it a little bit more softer, but this will do. It's fine. So you're going to scoop out some of this onto a plate. So this is your quote-unquote noodles. And then you're going to add in your smoked sausage. And then you're going to add in your awesome, delicious Alfredo sauce that we made. And you can mix, your sausage in with your sauce. That's what I normally do. But I just wanted to show you guys, you know, what's all in it and stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That is a keto meal. That is a wrap. And this is sprinkling some Parmesan cheese. This is my husband's plate. I'm not going to eat this much because I've actually been kind of sitting here snacking on it, waiting on my squash and zucchini. But yeah, that's it. This is just a simple, healthy keto meal. And don't be scared to do the squash and zucchini for noodles, to substitute, you know, for the noodles. My husband actually loves the squash and zucchini a lot better than when we used to do the noodles. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want more recipes, I just started a page called Arkansas Keto Mom. So I'm going to be posting more recipes on there every single day, or try to do every single day. And me and my son, we're going to make some keto gummies and some like little Jello gummy bears and different things. So if you want to look on my page and, you know, just get some recipe ideas, then go right ahead. It's called Arkansas Keto Mom.